All right. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining in our live Zoom here. I get the privilege to go over how to have an effective Zoom meeting. I'm super excited to share with you guys. During this crazy time right now, technology is just such a blessing, and I can't wait to dive into this topic. I'll give you guys a few more minutes to tune in as everybody's coming in. I see people tuning in from Las Vegas. I see some folks from California. As I log on here, I'm seeing people join in. Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm so excited. Juan Carlos, hello, brother, all the way from Puerto Rico. Yes, I'm seeing you guys. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. I know it's been a long time. So excited. Yes. Hello, Tita. Hello, Miss Louisa. Randy, hey, how are you, brother? Troy, what's going on, man? I'm super excited, you guys. So we'll give it a few more seconds as everybody's tuning in. Just let us know where you're from, what city you're representing. I hope you guys are all safe. I hope your family's all safe and you're all healthy. During this, again, crazy time we're going through. It is bizarre. And so for those that are just tuning in, my name is Peter Arroyo Jr. I'm a father and son team out from Las Vegas, Nevada. I've been in the industry for about 16 years now. My background is real simple. I don't have a business background. I was a college student. I was playing college baseball at New Mexico State. I then went on to go play a little semi-pro ball. And then, unfortunately things happened and I got cut. And I was looking for, a business. I was looking to become an entrepreneur. That's always been a dream of mine. And it just so happened 15 years ago, I stumbled into this beautiful industry. I was introduced by my father, and the idea of being able to make money from home via the internet, e-commerce, is just so incredible. And I get to share all the tips and tricks on how to perform an effective Zoom meeting. And so if you don't know what Zoom is, it's a platform where you can do FaceTime, or you could do webinar type programs where you could do a presentation like this. And so I'm going to go through all the little important details of it, and just really want to zone in on how to have fun with this, because it's an incredible technology. And so I'll go to the first slide, you guys, real quickly. You'll see the first slide here as it pulls up on the screen. A checklist. You want to make sure before you start your Zoom meeting that first and foremost, you have a good internet connection. And I'm laughing about this because, what is it, the year 2020, and we still lose phone calls, we still drop signals, we still have sometimes trouble with the internet. So just do the best you can to make sure you have a good internet connection. Obviously, good lighting is important. You don't want to be doing a Zoom in the middle of the night in your dark bedroom or wherever you may be. And if it's at the middle of the night, make sure you turn your lights on. I see some people are super advanced and they have those little fancy cameras that light up the screen. Just make sure people can see that beautiful smile and face of yours. Want to make sure you're in a quiet location, because you're doing a presentation via the computer through the internet. We know your family's at home. They're running around somewhere in the back. My wife's somewhere around here. We know you have kids and animals and pets. You want to eliminate all those distractions. It's already hard enough to grab the audience attention, through the internet, let alone having any distractions. Okay, so make sure in a quiet location. Last thing is make sure you have the PowerPoint on your computer. As you guys are seeing, I'm talking on one screen and then the PowerPoint is behind me on the other screen. Make sure you have the PowerPoint. It's really key to be able to use it this way. It allows the person on the other end to be able to follow easier with you. And then the presentation material. You got to have everything. You got to have the magazines, the pudding, the spoon, the napkin, the glass where you're going to pour the pudding into, the glass where you're going to do the CBD drops, where they're going to see it go through the water. You need to have all your props ready. It is more important than ever to have your props ready for the Zoom, because this is your chance to grab that engagement again. You really want to make sure you're grabbing their attention, and that when you're talking, into the computer screen, don't think this is the computer screen. Think as if you're talking and you're live in a crowd with them in someone's living room. And I'll go over those tips here in a moment. But just make sure you have all the proper tools and the props. And I'll go over one more time with you. You got to have the pudding, right? You want the napkins and the spoons so you can stir it. Obviously, the products, all the products, the enzymes. You want to make sure, I personally like, when I do the pudding demonstration, if I'm via Zoom, I like to make sure that I'll pull the screen down like this and maybe have it right here so they can see the whole action of it. The biggest thing is I don't want people on the other side of the screen to think that maybe I had a watered down pudding over here and I brought it back into the screen. I like to be able to let the viewers be able to see everything happening where my enzyme drops in the pudding, they see it all. So sometimes I'll just adjust the screen like this so they can see it. And then I'll just adjust it back just real simple like that. And so just have fun, man. Have fun, enjoy it. You don't have to overthink about trying to be so professional about it, but just do the best you can to think, hey, man, they don't know what's going on the other side of that computer. They want to be able to make sure they can see the product at all times or whatnot. So I like to have the screen there when I'm doing the demonstration, both the pudding and the CBD drops. I like to get the thing right in front of this camera and drop the CBD in there so you can see it go through the water. So make sure you have the props, and you have to be a performer. We'll talk more about it here in the next slide. So the flow of the Zoom, how it all works, okay? It's just like as if you were live in person. It's just like that. So you want somebody to introduce you. You want somebody to introduce you and do the housekeeping. What's the housekeeping? It's basically just setting the table for the meeting. And so here's a simple way I would do it, okay? If I was introducing maybe Mr. John Singh and he was doing the Zoom for me and all my teammates, I would just get on the Zoom before Mr. John Singh and just say, guys, we are so excited to share this amazing opportunity with you. I can't think of anybody better than a top producer from our company. He's known worldwide. His name is Mr. John Singh. He's a diamond in the company, but he's a legend in this industry. And so, guys, I know we're on the computer. I know there's distractions behind us, but try your best to zone in as if we're talking one-on-one with you, because what this gentleman is going to share with you can be absolutely life-changing if you apply the simple things he's going to share with you. And so, with that being said, I want to bring on our host, our speaker for tonight, Mr. John Singh, and boom, I'd have him in the meeting. And then he would start the presenting. Whatever you want to say, you just have to set the table for whoever that person is going to present for you. And, as you heard, I like to say, eliminate distractions, focus in. I just want to get their attention, you guys. The hardest part of this Zoom presentation is making sure they're focused. I've done thousands and thousands of Zooms, and you'll believe, you won't even believe what I tell you, what I've seen in the background, okay? If I share with you what I see in the background, oh man, it's crazy. I've seen from, moms trying to feed their children, to making dinner, to washing the dishes, to mowing the lawn, to whatever. I've seen it. And so you just want to really set the mood and the table for the presenter before they join in with you and start presenting for your teammates. It's all your benefit. Us presenters, we don't need to be talked about, and it's not for our ego. It's none of that, man. There's such great, humble people here that work with all of us. It's just so you can get your viewers, your friends and family to zone in and pay attention so we can help them make a decision. Every little nugget that comes out of that presenter's mouth is gold, and one little piece that might be missed can make or break that sign up from happening. So it's super, super, super important, man. The edification is absolutely key for this whole setup. So the next part's real straightforward. We all like to share. We get so passionate. We want to talk and tell everybody. We want to make sure everybody joins. So, we know that sometimes presentations go longer than what I'm saying here. We would like to try to keep presentations between 30 and 40 minutes, especially if they're online. You don't want to do it in super rapid, time, because then people might not feel they didn't get enough. You want to find that happy medium. And I'm just putting this out there. I know there are a lot of different styles out there. This is not concrete. but I think something around 30 minutes is powerful. 30, 40 minutes could be phenomenal. You can really get your message across, and you think the people on the other end aren't bored of you. They haven't got too tired. You got to think about, you're on a computer screen again. It's the interaction. You got to keep them plugged in. So, try your best, everybody out there. I am not putting this up there for you to call your leader and say, man, you never go, you never take 30 minutes. You're a 45 minute to an hour and 10 minute person. We've all done it. I've done it many, many times. I've been doing this for now 16 years. It's one of the hardest things to do is to be able to shorten all the information, because all the presenters they're trying to think of everything they could say to capture that person to say yes with us. So again, just a little guideline, keep in the back of your mind, less is more, okay? The G close. After the presentation, I would go into a G close where it's a fear of loss, okay? Basically simply saying, guys, we're so excited for you guys to get started with us. Whoever invited you on to this presentation, make sure you get back with them and get their ID number. That ID number allows you to register with our company, and it's first come, first serve, numerical order. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that person builds a huge team. So do you want to be number 1 or number 20? So make sure you get back to the person that invited you and get their ID number so you can lock in one of those top spots building this group with you guys. So appreciate you. It's the G close. You just want to create fear of loss. And what's exciting about being on a Zoom like this is you can be very aggressive or assertive, because you're not in person. Take that to an advantage. Sometimes in a meeting, man, I want to say some things, but the crowd may not feel my energy properly to say it. But on an internet call, man, you can say stuff like, man, listen, if I was in the living room with you right now, I would take out your wallet and your credit card. I would sign you up right now. This presentation is incredible. What you're seeing is life-changing. This opportunity will change your life. You can really be super assertive and aggressive, and they know you're on a computer screen. What are you going to do? You're not going to reach the computer screen and get their wallet out or credit card. So make sure you're closing hard, the G close, your fearlessly, and assume the sign up. Like it or love it. You're going to hear more about some of those trainings with one of the legendary leaders in all the industry. Mr. Andre Moronian is going to be talking about the difference between liking and loving and sharing it. And so what that just simply means is you want to assume the sign up. You want to assume that everybody loves it and they want to join. And so after the presentation, I'm walking them through getting started. Okay. Definitely assume the close. And here's why. What is really better than you're not? Let's be real. Let's be honest. I sit back every night and I think about how incredible this opportunity is. And there's really nothing that can even compete or compare close to what we have. So assume everybody's in, you guys. Okay, so moving on to some important presenting tips. Okay, again, you're on the internet. You're doing it through Zoom like this. Have fun, man. That's the most important thing. Have fun. You have to be excited. You got to pour energy. This presentation, and when you're doing it on the internet, it requires more energy than when you're in person. Because again, they can't feel it. You can't touch them. It's just like you got to really be amped up. So I put here, take some vibe, overdose on vibe. Take 10 vibes, do some push-ups, run around the house, whatever it takes to get that blood flow going, because it's so key that people can feel your excitement and energy. I tell people all the time, be excited, smile, share your passion with them. And so this is very, very, very important. Talking with the audience as if you were in person, okay? Just look at the screen and act as if we were in the living room together, sitting on the couch, on the table. You want to simply say, engaging conversations. You want to be, even though maybe they can't respond back to you, everybody's muted, or maybe you're allowing them to be unmuted because it's a smaller group. That determines on the size of the group and if it's a private meeting or not, okay? And I'll get into that before we end here. But let's just say you're doing a big meeting, everybody's muted. You can simply want to keep engaging. Like some of the tricks I do, I'll say, listen, this is super important. I need everybody to get close. I need you to get close and listen to what I'm about to tell you. And then I leaned into the computer as if I was there. The same thing you want to do with people. You just want to make that connection. Now, these are maybe some advanced tips in presenting, but if you guys really want to master the art of learning how to present, it's just really about engagement. Do people feel that they can do this? Do they feel that you're going to lead them in the right direction, that you have all the information for them to make a good decision for themselves? So just do the best you can to be engaging. Talk with the audience, not to the computer as if they were as a computer screen. And you'll get better at this as you practice. Be a performer, okay? We all know what happens to the pudding, okay? I can't tell you how many times I have done that pudding demonstration, okay? I mean, countless, probably over 10,000 plus times by now. And every time I do that pudding demonstration, I perform as if I've never seen it done before. And I make the audience get ready for it. I'll sometimes mess around and then pour it out and make a joke about it doesn't come out the backside like that. You know, all those little funny, corny jokes we have. But you really have to be a performer because people have never really seen that before. I'm talking about, I want to say 95% of the people, even higher, maybe 98% of people that I've ever shared a presentation with, they've never seen enzymes break down pudding or any type of liquid like that in that manner. And it's always, wow. I mean, you got to think about the first time you saw it. I mean, the first time I saw it, I was tripped out. And so be a performer, you know, remind them there's no chemicals in this. This is all natural, plant-based, vegan enzymes that have broken down the pudding like that. Because I remember seeing it for the first time, I thought, man, what kind of magic chemistry is going on there? What chemical is that? What'd you do? So again, be an actor. This, for me, I'll tell you right now, for me, this is a major piece of the presentation. If you could really perform and show them the pudding demonstration. And doing it via the computer, you can do it just as well as if you can do it whether you're in person. So here's a tip. When I'm about to do the pudding demonstration, this is what I like to do. I like to unshare my screen and stop sharing so the full screen comes up. Because now the full screen's up and I can get their attention. And then I can show them the pudding and I open up the pudding in front of them. I do everything where the pudding never leaves my hand or leaves the table. They can see it all. I don't want people to think that I put the pudding off the screen and I brought a new one back that was melted. I keep it on the big screen so they can see it all the whole time. Again, I'm performing. I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that they see this work the way I saw it work in person, okay? So be a performer, you know, engage with the audience. Listen, KISS, K-I-S-S, keep it super simple. Less is more. I know there's so much information you can share with people. In fact, this presentation can be easily a couple hours because you can get some serious, detailed, professional information to every, you know, for every product that we have. But you have to remember, you know, people don't really have what's it called, a retention. They remember maybe 10% of what you said. And so you want to just give them the best 10% they can remember. Again, keep it simple. Don't overdo it. And then lastly, make sure your technology is prepared and tested in advance. Okay, you have to test your technology. There's always a small hiccup that could happen, and you want to just be prepared for it. And so, guys, I'm telling you right now, technology is changing the way we do business. Being able to be online like this and share this information with people all over the United States, all over the world, and you don't have to travel. I mean, let me tell you, yes, there's nothing going to replace being live with somebody in person. You can't replace that. I get that. But I'll tell you right now, if you learn how to master connecting and engaging through FaceTime, through Zoom, through this type of technology, the internet, it is darn near this close to being in person. In fact, I feel sometimes my best presentations and the highest closing ratio of getting people to see what we're doing is through the internet like this. Because like I told you earlier, you could be more assertive, you could be more aggressive, and they don't feel like, whoa, dude, like you're in my living room. I'm really telling you right now, this technology and where we're at, and you know, in 2020 with everything, this is the future. We all joined a business and an industry that's called home-based business. And if you could really master how to professionally do these Zooms all over your teams and be able to do it from home, from your house, come on, let's just be real. That's what we all want. I love traveling. I love it. I actually enjoy going to the airport. I know it's crazy, but I love people watching and seeing all the different cultures of people. But to be able to do that, less and to be able to be at home is a big deal, you guys. So you have to take this serious and learn how to master Zoom. And I'll just share one more last tip with you guys. There are Zoom presentations that are for everybody. And then I will focus on a group that's going to have a Zoom for their friends and family to come over to their home, as if I was in their living room. So let's say Mr. John Singh wants me to come over to do a presentation for him. He wants to schedule a home meeting. And unfortunately, I'm in Vegas. He lives in Chicago. I can't get there in a couple days for him. So Mr. John Singh would have a home meeting, invite everybody over. Just as if I was coming over in person. He would have everybody sit on the couch. He would be the host, set the table, edify me, and then turn on the computer, the TV screen where I'll be plugged into. And then I would say, hello, everybody from the couch, via the internet from my computer, from your couch to my couch, from Las Vegas, Chicago. And people are like just blown away by technology. You see, we see this so much, we sometimes forget. But most people have never really had a presentation done through the internet or even interacted with somebody really live like this through the internet. And so doing presentations, home meetings, you can schedule home meetings right now. And that's what I challenge you to do. I challenge you to, after this training's done, that you get back with your leader who's helping you build your business. And you ask your leader to say, I just got done watching a Zoom presentation, how to effectively have a Zoom meeting. I would love to have a home meeting at my home and for you to, come through Zoom and do the presentation. Would you do that for me, Mr. Leader? And they would love to do that for you. I'm telling you, it is effective. It works because at the end of the day, all that matters is exposures. Whoever sees more of Trinot from you is going to win. That's it. You got team A, team B. Who shows more people? Who exposes more people? That's the name of the game. Talk to more people, make more money. That's just really simply it in this type of business and industry. So I appreciate you guys for joining in. Thank you guys for watching this live with me. I hope you guys are all being safe. God bless you guys. We're going to get through this together as a world, as a company. And we're just fired up right now, you guys. Things are booming. We're so excited to have you guys a part of what we're doing in our vision for 2020. So God bless you guys all. Be safe. And again, thanks for tuning in. Take care, everybody.